It's a big year for mid-size sedans with a flood of new models. We've already tested the new Subaru Liberty against the Hyundai Sonata Turbo and the updated Mazda 6 this year. But there's two new big guns on the scene, the all-new Ford Mondeo and the updated Toyota Camry. So can the Subaru Liberty hold on to its crown? We're putting the Subaru Liberty 2.5i Premium up against the Ford Mondeo Trend EcoBoost and the Toyota Camry Atara SX. Now the Subaru Liberty won our most recent mid-size comparison test only a few months ago, and with good reason. This new model is a big step forward in pretty much every regard. Starters, the looks, inside and out, are a big step up. The quality of the cabin is a massive step forward for Subaru, and hopefully things keep headed in this direction for the brand, because this is a big step forward in terms of quality and presentation. One of the big ticks for the Liberty in that previous comparison was value, and obviously that remains a big strength here. We're driving the 2.5i Premium, which includes a range of standard gear, including Subaru's EyeSight system. Unfortunately for the Subaru, one of the few competitors that does offer a similar active safety system is the Mondeo Trend, which dents the Subaru's value equation slightly. But the Liberty isn't perfect. One area of weakness is under the bonnet. The 2.5 litre 4-cylinder boxer engine isn't exactly a rocket ship. The new Mondeo has been a long time coming, but it's been worth the wait. Now, the old model was a bit of a drive favourite. It's a previous Car of the Year category winner, thanks to its combination of a composed drive, a spacious interior and good value. Now, the good news is this new model doesn't change that basic formula, but it does improve on it in pretty much every regard. It's got really nicely sorted steering, it's really well weighted and gives you good feedback. And the engine, this EcoBoost 4-cylinder that we've got, it's got good performance, and it's nicely mated to this 6-speed gearbox to give you that, a bit of boost when you need it, but otherwise it cruises along in a comfortable and refined manner. The cabin is a big step forward too. The old model was a bit busy, particularly towards the end of its life. You just realised how many buttons were in there. This new model adopts Ford's Sync system, so you've got a big touchscreen instead, with split up into 4 quadrants for phone, navigation, entertainment and climate. It's really user-friendly, straightforward, which makes it easy to use on the move. It's still a really spacious car too. There's plenty of room in here for 4 adults, so if you've got kids, they won't complain about space in the back. But the Mondeo isn't perfect. There are a few marks on its scorecard, starting with the price. It's the most expensive of this trio, and by some margin. $1,800 more than the Liberty, and more than $5,000 more expensive than the Camry. However, it does have the most standard gear, including both luxuries and safety items, such as class-pioneering inflatable rear seatbelt airbags. There's big changes for the 2015 Camry, even though it's effectively a mid-life update for the car that was only new a couple of years ago. There's more than 800 new parts, including every body panel except the roof. The Toyota designers wanted to give the new Camry a bolder, more aggressive look to try and appeal to younger buyers, and it certainly stands out. Unfortunately, what the Australian Camry misses out on, which the other Camrys around the world get, is a new interior. So we have to make do with the previous model's interior, which is starting to look a bit plain, a little bit dated. There are some nice touches like some leather on the top of the dash, just to give it a bit more of a premium feel. Under the bonnet, it's unchanged with the same 2.5 litre 4-cylinder engine and the 6-speed automatic gearbox. But the model we're driving, the Atara SX, although it has the same name as the old model, it has some very big mechanical differences, namely the 18-inch alloy wheels, the first Camry to ever be fitted with 18-inch alloys. That has meant some bigger changes underneath to the suspension and the steering, as Toyota Australia tuned this car specifically for our market to try and give it a sportier, more dynamic edge, to again appeal to younger buyers. Have they succeeded? Well, it's a bit of a mixed bag. There's definitely a difference between this SX and the rest of the Camry range. It feels a bit sharper in the steering's got a bit more weight to it, but you'd hardly call it the dynamic benchmark in this class, particularly as you step into the Mondeo and even the Liberty. But the key strengths of the Camry remain. It's still a really spacious mid-sized sedan, and it offers really good value thanks to the fact Camry is now $4,500 cheaper than the old model, and Toyota's doing drive-away pricing. so this undercuts both the Mondeo and the Liberty by a pretty significant margin. The lower price point comes at the cost of some noticeable equipment, including the active safety features of the Subaru and Ford. Well, all three are worthy cars, there can only be one winner. And today, it's the Ford Mondeo. The Mondeo may be the most expensive, but it's also the best car here. It's great to drive, looks modern, has a spacious interior, and is loaded with luxuries and the latest safety equipment. Just what it needs to stay ahead of an increasingly competitive mid-size pack.